We are back for playoff number 2 of the WCT6 USA Championships, and we're going to be checking out No Cap versus Empire, the team from Texas versus the team from New York. And honestly, this is going to be a great matchup. These guys, I think, are very evenly matched. And as always, don't forget we have the quad cam, and we're going to be breaking down some of the plays that we see here. So let's get right into it. Starting off, we have Franko versus Serge for Team Empire.
Both of these teams made the quarterfinals of this tournament last year.
I like that move from Franko right off the bat. Serge has a heavy tail, gets the tag. Beautiful move by Serge. Way to gauge the distancing there. And actually, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go immediately into the quad cam. All right. So what Serge did here was a really good move. A lot of times we have this chase coming around this ridge. So as always, we have the O is the evader, which is Franko, and the X here is the chaser, which is Serge from Empire. Now, a lot of times what happens is if your tail isn't heavy enough as a chaser and you chase down this front line, then you're really just chasing them down. The Vader has the upper hand, but if you have a strong tail like Serge does, it's actually a great move to follow him along. And then if anything, if it's close here at all, then the chaser can just power through. They don't have to stay on the quad. They can shoot out of the quad, get that tag. Serge actually had a close enough tail this time to where he didn't even have to run out of the quad. But if you have that like medium tail to where you're not going to be able to chase them down that front line, it's actually a great move, and this is what you should do most of the time unless you have a heavy tail, is to hop up onto this tray and then follow along on top of the front line here. So as the evader is running down in front of the front line, the chaser is on top of the front line. You see teams like Apex do this a ton. They have so much control up here, and then you can beat your evader to this corner of the lazy boy, and then you can trap them here, and that is a very low EQ obstacle. So it's a great way to get a tag. So always remember, if you don't have a strong tail coming down this front line, try to always come up onto this tray. It feels weird because you're slowing down, you're letting them gain distance on you, but it gives you such a big advantage once you get to that lazy boy. All right. Let's get right back into it. All right. Right back to it. That was a very quick quad cam moment. Yeah, he had that strong tail. Got a good tag. Love it. I believe that's DeAndre chasing. Yeah.
Back-to-back evasions in the group stages were a big part in No Cap finishing second in Group C.
Pretty far away. Serge is playing this super well. I don't know about that move. Oh, Serge just, he let the pressure get to him there, hands down. There was no reason to do that belly slide. It's just, you got to stay calm as evader, and I think that's one of the things that a lot of people just have go wrong when they're evading is you have a lot less control as an evader, so it's easy to start to freak out, lose where your chaser's at, and you just freak out and do some weird moves. Beautiful. See, that kind of gets back, it's the opposite of what we were talking about at the quad cam, but just that front line can be so strong.
He actually conserves energy to possibly get that evasion. 0-all.
All right, Nick evading. Had a really good chase, didn't use a lot of energy.
Kaden Harbaugh.
See if he can put some points on the board. Kaden probably should have pushed through that gap in the ridge there, but nonetheless got Nick moving, which is good. Really not cutting down any distance, not setting any traps. Probably going to be an invasion here. Yep, this is an invasion. Well played by Nick, and honestly, Kaden just didn't really have any good traps set there at all.
Wow, that was a great job by Nick. he proved his IQ of the quad. He also kept a very keen eye on Kaden throughout that entire
Yeah,
chase.
and that's one of the things the announcer was saying. That Nick just had his eyes on the chaser the entire time. So that helps so much when you're evading.
He's like a dog chasing a car. He is so quick, and he really, really wants that car. But I'm not quite sure he knows how best to get it.
Oh, that's a tag. That was just raw power chasing him down. What? That works.
Naji is going to win a race for most people.
1-0 Empire.
Actually made a mistake. He came around the corner of the right tray. He did not go over the right tray, which would have given him a much
Yeah, probably.
tag. Luckily,
Nick probably could have still gotten away there.
And Naji still was able to get that tag. 1-0. In comes Falco for Empire, looking to preserve their 1-0 lead. And Naji,
good move out.
This is where I think he could be really
Naji's playing this really well. Nice. Always has obstacles in between them. This might... Oh, good. That was a good bait on that dive over the tray. And this... Oh! Oh! See, that's the thing is, like, a lot of times it just comes to that last second, and that's when the chaser will make their moves, and Naji played that super well at that tray right there at the ridge.
That's all it took.
Love it.
Well, we've gone from one Empire kit to another and yet another.
Nice, well played. Good tag.
Cisneros
Tied up match right now, 1-1.
gets the job done. A little bit of a blip in strategy from Naji. He got caught up underneath the sisters, and that was enough to get.
Yeah, he's trying to do that same thing where he's bouncing back and forth over the sisters, and he just got caught doing it.
One apiece then, as AJ steps in for no cap.
All right. He's got to go through that gap. No. It's really, I mean, it's not easy, but if you're an evader and you can call out the like fake step through on that ridge. Oh, dude. That was some crazy juking. But as an evader, if you can call out that like fake step through the ridge, you can play around on that thing quite a bit. Bang. That was actually really well played as a Vader. Alright, let's see if AJ can do it.
Runs into the action. Lope into the tilted cube and then under the mountain doing good.
Oh, that's heavy tail, maybe. Good cut, and it's done. Honestly, if AJ had his eyes back going under the sisters there, I mean, he felt the heavy tail, so he felt like he had to do that weird dive under the sisters. But if you would have just QM'd and popped backwards as he was coming over the sisters, he probably could have gotten away there. Franko is an absolute tank. We'll see if he can do any ridiculous dives like he normally does. Like right there, beautiful. I love to watch Franko play. He just is a unit, honestly.
Textbook move along the tilted cube.
Textbook indeed. That is such a big move, that gate vault. If you don't know that gate vault, that's like one of the main moves at this point. And I think this match started off with Franko v Serge, now Serge v Franko.
The early stages, the group stages of this tournament, trying to get.
Oh, was that a tag? Yo! Dude. I actually still don't have that move, that like just all out dive through the lazy boy is heavy. That is sick. Because your legs catch and you slam into the obstacle below you.
No sign of no cap leader, Joey Adrian, nursing that foot injury, of course. They may call on him.
Good move by Serge there.
And they might do,
playing it really well. He's not. Oh, that was a great call by Serge.
Nice little movement to get to the front line, and then he starts losing his foot.
Nice.
And he gets sent the wrong way again, and Serge might be putting the New York.
See, this is where if you're a good evader and you can keep your eyes on the entire time as you're running, like it just makes your juke so good. That was very well played. He waits until he's in there, wait till he's committing to moves, and he just gets out of there.
Wow. All right. Serge beckoning Kaden Harbaugh, telling him where to go.
He doesn't oblige, but it doesn't matter because
Now
Serge
can
isn't there
Serge
anyway.
get 2 back-to-back? Nice. Kaden might have had that if it was a little bit, a little taunt. Oh, now I hope he gets tagged. No, he gets another evasion. 3-1. That's Empire. The all-time hype.
He knew Kaden was within the middle of the obstacles. All he had to do was stay on the outside of the perimeter board, or on the
That was
outside
well
edge
played
of the
by
perimeter board,
Serge.
and that was enough space to give him
Match point already, and Joey's coming in. If I remember correctly, I feel like Joey had something going on with his ankle or his foot, and I think it might have even been broken here, but it does not look like it with the hand tag. Love it. I love it.
Not at all. Adrian is an incredible athlete. We all know this, but look at that. Along the lazy boy.
See, that's one of those things that not a lot of people look for as a chaser. Like, they'll sit on either side of the obstacle, but the evader just has their hand on a bar, and all you have to do is get that hand tag, and it's something you always want to be looking for.
The injured Joey Adrian must produce
Yep.
back-to-back evasions. Or
Injured
no
Joey
cap
Adrian.
will be going out in the playoffs in their hometown.
Might it end right here?
Luciano charged with
Luciano with a huge dive under. That's a very, so they just won the match. Awesome job to Empire, but that's a low-key big move by Luciano right there, because not a lot of people think to go under that bar on the front line. And just great move because it offers a really good way to cut them off. Beautiful job by Empire, beating No Cap 3-1 in the playoffs here, and they are moving on. I would really appreciate it if you guys could throw a like on the video and then also throw a comment down in the comments section. Let me know if you have any questions or if you have any feedback on how I can make these more beneficial for all of you out there. And on to the next one. See you next Friday. Peace.